I was mentioning earlier about the 20 dB gain. Well, that comprises both the input and the output. So everybody knows Fender amps are loud. It's great, but you know what? At my age, I don't like things loud anymore. I had enough years on stage with huge amplifier stacks behind me, and believe me, it gets a little bit old when you want to add some crunch. Now, maybe I don't want to use the distortion on the Fender, but I want to get a nice bite to it. My alternative is to go to the volume control on this Fender and crank it up. Then both you and I'd be out of this room. It would just be too loud. But with the Joemeek gbQ, we can actually just hit the input stage a little bit harder. And now, listen to the bite. That's coming out of a stock Fender Bandmaster. That's pretty cool. You can't do that with a lot of distortion pedals. Let's bring it back down to where it was. You don't get that bite. I can add the output and really just get a really nice bite for some crunch stuff on the Fender guitar, on a Fender Bassman, kind of like this. So, very cool. All right, let's go ahead and let's take a look at we're going to defeat the equalizer, and we're going to go in and we're going to talk about the distortion generator. Again, you have your input, you have your odd order control, and you have a structure control. Now, the odd order is going to determine how much distortion you want to put into it. How much do you want to get? So you can control the amount of distortion. You can set a soft clip or a hard clip, up to you. The structure is a really interesting feature as well, because what the structure allows you to do is work with a kind of a harmonic thing within the distortion generator that will change your tone. Not many distortion pedals do that. So for example, kind of a metal type sound. I can turn this a notch or two and get a really heavy rock type tone. I can turn it another couple of notches, get a real nice crunchy tone. Again, a little bit brighter, a little bit more mellow. So you have the freedom to choose what type of distortion you want. What does that mean? Well, if you're like me, you may have a lot of distortion pedals. Maybe you have some of your favorites. Maybe it's an old fuzz face, an analog man. Maybe it's electro harmonics. Maybe you've got an MXR. Maybe you have, like me, I have an old Proco Rat that I really like. Each one of those distortion pedals has different tones. So for certain things, you got to carry a whole bag of distortion pedals to get specific sounds that you may want to get. Well, with this, that eliminates the need for that. Now, all of a sudden, you can carry all your favorite pedals in one box and just dial it in, depending on what you want to do. So if you're doing like a ballady thing, you want a little bit more low end. Great for distortion, hard chords, giving you that ballad. You want to funk it up just a little bit. You have it. Now don't forget, we haven't even added the EQ on. So if you don't think it's close to what you like, add the EQ. Sorry for the volume there, guys, but now all of a sudden you have a total change. So between the EQ and between the distortion generator, you've got so much flexibility, more flexibility than any product out on the market. Or my name isn't Billy Mays Hayes. Only joking. And no, it's not 1999. At any time, you can go into the bypass. So I can have my distortion on, my EQ on. I go into the bypass. I'm right back to my Fender Bandmaster. Easy. Take it off. EQ, distortion, whatever you want. So you can really see how full-featured the gbQ is. I will touch base on the even harmonic generator, but I will tell you that you're better off using that with an acoustic guitar, because think of remember the old Aphex and the BBE oral exciter or enhancer? It's basically the similar type of circuit that this is, and it will ring out some second order harmonics to the tone. Demonstrating it on a guitar is a little bit more difficult, but we'll see what we can do. To do that, I'm going to turn my odd and my structure all the way off. So I really have nothing going on, as you can see. Now what we'll do is we'll bring up the even order harmonic. We'll take the tune and we'll take the Q. You hear it? So what it's doing is it's adding a even harmonic, not an odd harmonic. So again, hard to hear the distinguishability on the guitar, but you heard the filter. It's really more suited for an acoustic guitar, especially when you're using it on stage to just maybe sparkle up some dull strings. Perhaps even on bass guitars, it's great. And this unit for bass guitar, which will be demonstrated most likely later by Brent Casey, the 3-band EQ is just killer on that bass, and the harmonic generator can really get those harmonics going to really make those strings punch and come alive. So for stage use, for recording use, it's very full-featured and does everything you really could ask for it. Look for the gbQ at your dealer real soon. Thank you.